The Suicide of Rachel Foster. Wir sind in der nächsten Folge. Wir haben einen Schlüssel hier auf diesem... Immer diese Geräusche. Auf dieser Kommode gefunden, der zur Spieluhr in dem Zimmer meines fiktiven Vaters hier, der Vater von unserer Figur, die wir spielen, für die Spieluhr passt. Die wollen wir jetzt öffnen und mal sehen, ob wir dann...
Asshole. How dare you? You don't know shit. You don't know fuck. Finally, a bit of peace and quiet. It'll help me clear my head without those incessant phone calls. I'm not a fucking switchboard, for fuck's sake. Okay, let me piece things together. I just found out there's a room dedicated to Rachel Foster in my father's hotel. Maybe with items from her real room. Holy Jesus, that's freaky. Some people think she didn't commit suicide, and some even think she's still alive. Maybe if I think through my steps, I can work something out. First thing, the phone call. They said Rachel isn't dead. Then the lipstick from 10 years ago turns up, still good. And then my father's various notes where he says he still sees her. If that were true, it might explain the sighting by her friend here in the timberline. And now I find her retainer box, but no retainer. That room might not be a reconstruction. If Rachel didn't kill herself, Rachel could have lived here. But if she's still alive, why doesn't she tell her parents? Unless they're all in cahoots. No suicide, no timberline money. No, I'm just being paranoid. And then there'd be no reason for her to live in a fucking underground replica of her room. My key in the middle of Rachel's stuff. Is it a message? Where do I fit in? Are you trying to tell me something, Dad? My music box with the hockey player. I don't think I have the guts to hear that tune again. But I must.
So ist es. Moment, mal kurz wieder ein bisschen orientieren. Man verläuft sich doch ganz gern mal hier in dem Laden. So. Ja, war noch nicht drauf. Männerklo. Pick. Hahaha. Interessant. Wer hat denn das wohl gemeint? Guck mal hier. Ganz vergessen hier reinzugehen. Und hier hat ja offensichtlich einer ganz schön gewütet. Aha. schönes Geräusch. Sehr beruhigend. Muss ich mal durch hier. Ich glaube hier. Kommen wir hier rauf. Ach ja. Dann gehen wir mal direkt hier hoch. Was ist das Switch hier? Mal Tür zu machen. Mal gucken. Obwohl es wahrscheinlich auch egal ist. Wollte ich jetzt aber mal gucken, was war. War die nicht hier? Oder haben wir die jetzt bei uns im Zimmer? Ach nee, hier war sie, genau. So.
The 27th of December, 1983. The hockey finals at Missoula. Us against Cold Springs High. We won by sudden death after a 3-hour game, and I got the medal for the most number of face-offs won. According to the papers, that was the night Rachel killed herself. Coming home, Mom barely had the time to pull into the garage that I was already racing up to you, waving the medal in your face, Daddy. I was so happy. But you had other things on your mind, right? And you and Mom started fighting. Voices getting louder. That long silence when she comes down the stairs with the suitcases and Mrs. Bryce tries to stop her. Mom's car stays here, and we leave with my Uncle John's. I never found out what started that fight. Mom never wanted to talk about it. Are you trying to, Daddy?
Das ist die Frage. Also 20 Minuten sind jetzt 8 Tage geworden. Der 9. hat jetzt begonnen. So, versiegelte Tür, da sind wir wieder mal.
Irving.
Finally.
I know, I told you to go to hell.
I was dying on this chair.
You're right. That room freaked me out. So, I looked around the entire hotel, and if there's still a chance of getting to the bottom of this story, then it's gotta be behind the locked door on the last floor, in the attic.
That wing has been condemned for years.
I know, I'll be careful.
Okay.
There are too many things that I took for granted. It's as if someone was putting pieces of my past in front of me, to show them to me under another light.
Who are you talking about, Nikki?
Maybe it's my father. In my music box, I found the medal I won the night Rachel died. Dad could have put it there, and if he did, there must be a reason.
It all sounds insane.
The night Rachel died. Maybe I have to start from there. I played in that really long hockey game. But what was going on in the meantime? You remember that night, Irving?
I think I was at church with my family.
Church. That night we had a mass for the poor here. We held one every year. As usual, Mom volunteered to take me to the game, but she was so busy with the soup kitchen that I was afraid she was going to be late. I remember while she ran around, she said she ordered me to close the mezzanine.
You mean the intermediate floor above the reception? What's in there?
A storeroom.
Have you been up there?
No, I'd forgotten all about it. I'd better take a look before moving on.
Aha. Also, wieder Treppe runter. Moment. Moment. Hä? Ist nicht richtig? Moment. So. Moment mal. Was? Was sind wir denn hier? Ein Gaming Room. Street Warriors. Full Road Survivor. Ping Pong. Aha. Oh, interessant. Fünf ein Viertel Zoll Floppy. Jetzt habe ich gerade ein Problem. Wie komme ich denn da rein? Wunderschön. Da ist nix. ich jetzt gerade was falsch? So. War das da oben? Ach, das kann da oben gewesen sein. Oder? Hm. Aha. Heute Licht wäre mal echt schön.
Irving? Hello? Can you hear me? I'm on the mezzanine, and it's a nightmare. There are mannequins everywhere. They're set up like in a scene. There's one with a hockey stick. Wait, what the fuck? That's my stick! If you're listening to me, whoever set up this representation, I think they want to tell me that Rachel was killed? But why my hockey stick? Hello? Hello? Oh God, why isn't he answering? Irving, I swear I'm not kidding. This is a huge deal. If you can hear me, it's time to make that phone call.
Ich glaube, es ist zu spät für diesen Anruf.
Where are you, Nicole?
It's about time. Why didn't you answer?
How many doors have you opened, Nicole? How many are still missing?
What? Are you drunk?
Keep going.
Hello? Hello, Irving.
Kommen wir hier noch durch? Nee. Es wird wieder windiger. Klasse. Das ist ja lustig. Okay. Das verbirgt sich. Okay, wir müssen wieder hoch. Die Tür im zweiten Stock, wo wir schon ein paar Mal vorgestanden haben. War das jetzt? Na klar. Oh! Scheiße. geht's nicht weiter. Okay, also hier durch. Erstmal gucken, was hier ist. Moment. Super. Stinky Christmas, so. Ich muss jetzt wirklich aufpassen, dass wir nichts übersehen hier. Das schön gemütlich gemacht ist. So.
Hello?
I imagine you found my room.
What? What does all this mean?
That's a question I've asked myself many times. What does all this mean, Irving? How far do you want to push yourself? How much can you take?
What?
Every memory. Painstakingly gathered, every reconstructed piece, every little element retrieved from the dark. A photo, a hairband, a lipstick. It means remembering, Rachel. That's what all this means. I didn't choose this path. I had to do it.
What did you do, Irving?
These walls ooze with memories. The memories get into the walls. Under the floorboards, they creep into the crawl spaces.
You're not with FEMA. You... Jenkins... You never talked to him. Your boss, the phone call, all those weird events. You were behind all of them.
Someone had to bring the last piece of the memory puzzle here. The most important one. You.
Me?
Your father wanted to keep you out of it. I convinced him that only you could resolve the equation, as he called it.
I don't understand.
How could you? Over the last few days, you got a little taste of what it means to dig around in the past, hunting for memories that scratch away behind every wall in the night. I We did it for years. Day after day after day.
All lies.
I have nothing against lies. I grew up around lies. But now it's time for the truth to come out. Finally.
Who are you, really?
I want to tell you a story. There was an invisible boy. Like everyone, he just wanted to run on the grass, ride a bike, swim in the lake in summer. But his father, his father had other plans for his soul. In his dark world made of silence and prayer, there shone only one star. His wonderful sister. A heavenly creature that spent hours telling him fairy tales in secret. She who told him what a free and strong man he would become one day.
Rachel?
She was like that. Free and strong. At the time, I didn't understand her dyslexia. Or what retard meant. That's what they called her at school. But I could hear her cry at night. I wanted to protect her. But I couldn't. One day, that beautiful, luminous creature met someone. A human being that saw her for real.
My dad.
Yes. And I was the invisible witness of what happened. A love. Simply a love. Nothing more, nothing less. But that love was too much. It would be punished. Who paid for this love, Nicole?
Rachel. Rachel was your sister. Now I remember you.
You were too caught up with your hatred for Rachel to notice the innocent little kid that sometimes tagged along.
I didn't hate your sister. I was just jealous.
Doesn't matter. Those days are over.
How could I have forgotten you?
I was raised to be forgotten.
What do you want from me?
The day my sister paid with her life for her love, we all died. We make up the history of the Timberline.
It was a tragedy. But you...
We all got frozen there, in that very moment. In that confined horizon of events. As you'll understand. As you've already begun to understand.
I want to know what you want from me.
You have to keep going to get to where I wasn't able to go. You will be the new witness. You owe it to us. And you owe it to her.
Tja, es geht ja wohl noch ein bisschen weiter. Und ich würde sagen, wir machen nochmal eine Unterbrechung und sagen, bis zum nächsten Mal.